Tonight, just in case you missed it, we'll announce your 2022 Auburn University Student Government Association elected representatives. We'll then update you on how Auburn students are celebrating Black History Month. We will also take a look nationally by informing you on the winter storm with inclement cold weather that continues to hit the East Coast. Finally, find out how the city of Auburn plans to get you feeling active and festive. All of that and more is coming up next on Eagle Eye's Monday News at 6.
Good evening, and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Jack West.
And I'm Mary Lauren Burdishaw. After a long week of campaigning along the concourse, Auburn University can now proudly present its 2022 Student Government Association's elected officials. At the highest position that can be held in Auburn's SGA, Jake Haston was awarded the role of SGA president on Friday night, where students welcomed him to the position with cheers of joy.
Your 2022 SGA president is Jake Haston.
Coleman Turnipseed led Eagle Eye's unofficial polls by 95% and pulled away with 67.5% of the vote, becoming Auburn University's SGA vice president.
Vice president is Coleman.
In the treasurer race, Jake Darling ran unopposed. However, the exuberance expressed by the crowd when his name was announced was practically unmatched.
Jake Darling.
Although the treasurer race was an easy one this year, the same could not be said for Miss Auburn. By far the most packed race of this election, Miss Auburn had 5 candidates vying for the position, with Ann Earthman being named Miss Auburn. Congratulations to all of Friday night's winners.
The Auburn University COVID Resource Center has reported 333 new positive COVID cases for the week of January 24th through the 30th. This number is a slight decrease from the previous week's number of 436, continuing the consistent decline of cases since Auburn students arrived back on campus here at Auburn for the new semester. In addition, the center has also reported that out of 746 on-campus administrative tests, 204 came back with a positive result. That is a 27% positivity rate, which is also a slight decrease from the previous week's 37%. The East Alabama Medical Center has also seen a greater number of hospitalizations and ventilator usage since the start of the new semester. The center itself is currently in visitation level red. You can stay updated on Auburn's COVID situation by visiting the Auburn COVID Resource Center website.
On a more national scale, the U.S. hit a grim milestone Friday. The death toll from the COVID-19 pandemic
more than 2,000
has passed 900,000. But there is progress being made, as new cases are down in most of the country. But some health experts stress that the war against this virus has not yet been won. John Loring reports.
People are dying from COVID-19 every day on average, according to Johns Hopkins University.
The toll has been horrible and will continue to be horrible for several weeks as deaths lag cases.
As for new cases, there are signs of hope in the U.S. as they're down in nearly every state. That's leading some municipalities to consider easing mask mandates. On Friday, Denver, Colorado ended its indoor mask rule altogether. And while health experts are happy with the downward trend in cases,
so we're right now dropping rapidly, and we've had all these spikes, and we've yet to see whether there'll be another surge after this one. So I think it's too premature to call this the beginning of sort of the endemic stage of this virus.
they're continuing to sound the alarm about the dangers of remaining unvaccinated. The CDC says unvaccinated people are 97 times more likely to die from COVID compared to those who are vaccinated and boosted.
I ask, what are you afraid of as far as the vaccine? What is it that you worry about when you see hundreds of millions of doses given in this country? The safety profile has been extraordinarily safe.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Auburn University will soon have a new president. Chris Roberts, who currently serves as Dean of the university's Samuel Ginn College of Engineering, was appointed Friday by the school's Board of Trustees. Roberts will begin his new duties on March 16th following the retirement of current President Jay Goosh. A presidential advisory search committee selected Roberts following an extensive 9-month national search.
After having spent 28 years here at Auburn, I've seen firsthand the impact that our university has through our education, research, and outreach programs. Auburn's a university with tremendous potential, and I'm just tremendously honored to have this role.
Roberts has served Auburn since 1994 as professor, department chair, dean, and soon as its 21st president.
Are you hoping to get more involved on campus as we kick off the semester? Well, what better way is there to find out what's happening on campus than by perusing the AU Involve webpage? Those looking to attend a campus event should get familiar with utilizing their event pass. Involvement Ambassador Travis Harrison has more information on how to access your event pass so that you can get involved this spring.
Getting your mobile event pass is super easy to do. All you have to do is log on to your AU Involve account using your Auburn username and password, click on your profile, which is either a photo of you or your first initial, and it is the first option underneath your name labeled Event Pass. From there, you can save it to your Apple Wallet or Google Wallets, or you can screenshot it and just save it to your photos.
When we return from this short break, find out how Auburn students are celebrating Black History Month and which roads to avoid in the coming days and why. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6.
February is celebrating Black History Month, and at Auburn University, we have a wide variety of events to help you do so. Coming up on February 17th, the National Panhellenic Council will be hosting a screening of Afrikaans by Way of American, directed by Thea Moore at the Jewel Collins Smith Museum of Fine Art. Then, on February 22nd, go have lunch with student involvement at the Emerge Black History Month lunch and learn featuring Martha's Place located in the Student Center. The next day, on February 23rd, join the Black Student Union for some jazz and poetry in the Harold Melton Student Center ballroom. For more information about what Black History Month events are going on around Auburn's campus, visit the Student Involvement webpage.
Beginning this month, Auburn University is waiving admission application fees from 8 Alabama historically Black colleges and universities. Designed to encourage enrollment in graduate school, the new waiver program is one of several efforts Auburn is undertaking to strengthen academic partnerships with HBCUs and encourage diversity in graduate education across the state. Eligible HBCUs will include Alabama A&M University in Huntsville, Alabama State University in Montgomery, Concordia University in Selma, Miles College in Fairfield, Oakwood University in Huntsville, Stillman College in Tuscaloosa, Talladega College in Talladega, and Tuskegee University in Tuskegee. For more information about the brand new waiver program, visit ocm.auburn.edu.
Starting today, February 7th, the Alabama Power Company will continue to work towards improving its infrastructure in the Auburn area throughout the coming week. Periodic lane closures are expected to occur between 8:30 a.m. through 4:30 p.m. along North College Street before moving towards East Drake Avenue, Ross Street, Gay Street, Opelika Road, and East University Drive. This project is expected to last several weeks, and motorists are encouraged to use caution and take alternate routes throughout its duration.
The 32nd annual Daddy-Daughter Date Night is quickly approaching, and tickets are selling fast. The 2022 Daddy-Daughter Date Night, or DDDN, will be held on Friday, February 11th and Saturday, February 12th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. each night in the Auburn Junior High School Fieldhouse. This year's theme is Confidence and will feature a neon and black and white color scheme. Attendees will be able to enjoy food, music, and of course dancing. You'll even have a chance to get your picture taken and visit with special guests. Tickets can be purchased online with all sales being final and without transferability or resale. To learn more about DDDN and purchase your tickets, visit auburnalabama.org/parks. When we come back, Find out more about Biden's new pledge he made last week while visiting New York City and how one winter storm continues to devastate much of the East Coast. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
President Joe Biden says enough is enough, laying out new plans to battle gun violence in America during a visit to New York City. Jen Sullivan has the latest.
We're saying to Washington, D.C., SOS, we need your help. We have to stop the flow of illegal guns in our city.
As the nation grapples with a wave of gun violence,
we've had some challenges, Mr. President. We've had some loss of life of officers, of children, and that's devastating. One life loss is too much.
President Biden is stepping in.
It's enough. Enough is enough.
Stopping in New York City Thursday afternoon after a rash of first responders have come under fire recently, including 2 NYPD officers who were killed in the line of duty last month.
That is why we're working in lockstep to end the gun violence that has shaken our city, our nation, to protect our people and the officers who've sworn to protect us.
The answer is not to abandon our streets. That's not the answer. The answer is to come together. Police and communities, building trust and making us all safer. The answer is not to defund the police. It's to give you the tools, the training, the funding, to be partners, to be protectors.
Biden calling for more police funding, which has yet to be approved by Congress, and saying the Justice Department is ramping up prosecution on untraceable ghost guns.
If you commit a crime with a ghost gun, not only are state and local prosecutors going to come after you, but expect federal charges and federal prosecution as well.
In New York City, I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
More than 95 million of Americans are under winter weather warnings or advisories this morning, and the number of canceled flights is growing. At least 3,500 so far, as the massive winter storm wreaking havoc across the country continues to push northeast, set to deliver more precipitation and travel disruptions throughout the day. Meanwhile, hundreds of thousands remain without power, with new outages anticipated for the states still in the storm's path.
Here in Cincinnati, snowplows are doing what they can to try to clear the roads, but with temperatures staying below freezing, ice remains a major threat. Millions of residents across the U.S. still feeling the impacts of the sprawling winter storm that's been pummeling people from the Gulf Coast to Maine, with rain, floods, heavy snow, and ice.
It is February, therefore we're talking about winter weather. The storm is throwing everything at us,
Creating hazardous travel conditions throughout the impacted states.
Our biggest concern right now is ice on the roads. Our best advice is just to stay off the roads.
Snow-covered roads leading to at least 2 deaths in New Mexico, while a likely tornado in Alabama caused at least 1 death and several injuries.
It was a man laying right there in the road that was hurt. He was hurt bad. My house is just gone, but this man, he's in bad shape.
In the storm's wake, power outages across at least 7 states left people in the dark. Air travel, too, left in disarray. On Thursday, more than 6,400 flights across the country were canceled.
They gave us a full refund, but we did not get notification that it was closed.
But the massive system isn't done wreaking havoc. Thousands of flights already canceled as of Friday morning, while more than 80 million people in the Northeast remain in the path of this destructive storm. Even though the snow is starting to slow down, officials are urging the public to only travel if necessary. In Cincinnati, I'm Chris Wynn. Back to you.
Despite concerns about the winter Omicron surge, the U.S. economy kept creating jobs during January. Strong monthly numbers from the Labor Department surprised most economists Friday. But the job market is just one facet of a complicated economic outlook for the Biden administration. Karen Kaifa breaks down the numbers.
The January jobs report brought good news for workers, the U.S. economy, and President Joe Biden.
Our country is taking everything that COVID has to throw at us, and we've come back stronger.
Despite the Omicron surge forcing workers to take leave for illness, to care for sick relatives, or kids out of school, the Labor Department said U.S. employers added 467,000 jobs during the first month of 2022, beating mainstream economists' expectations. The unemployment rate ticked up to 4% as more Americans actively sought employment. Among sectors posting gains, leisure and hospitality adding 151,000 jobs, transportation and warehousing amid supply chain concerns adding 54,000. The administration says the U.S. economy is starting to move past the pandemic.
I don't think we are, fully post-pandemic, but I would say certainly the worst is behind us.
But with recovery challenges, like vacancies employers struggle to fill. As of December, U.S. employers had 10.9 million open jobs, gas prices creeping back up, and wages unable to keep pace with inflation.
The last time we saw inflation like this was 40 years ago. That's 2 generations ago. So a lot of Americans just have never seen anything like this, and it really hurts.
The economy poised to be a major issue for Biden and Democrats in the midterm elections just 8 months away. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
When we return, find out what national holiday is being celebrated today and what festive activities the city of Auburn has cooked up to keep you in shape. Stay tuned.
Dig out your postage stamps. It's National Send a Card to a Friend Day. Monday, February 7th is the day designated to get your greeting cards out in the mail. In both ancient Chinese and Egyptian cultures, it was customary to send elegantly designed messages to friends. Even with the availability of email, a surprising 80% of adults still purchase greeting cards. While the exact origin of National Send a Card to a Friend Day is not known, here's a theory. Since Valentine's Day is only a week away, maybe it was created to give people a chance to practice before the big day.
Grab your best Mardi Gras mask and costume and jump in line because, folks, it's time for the 2022 Zumbathon Mardi Gras Party. So grab your most festive friends and head to the Boykin Community Center Gymnasium on Saturday, February 26th. From 8:30 to 10 a.m., Zumba instructors from across the Auburn-Opelika area will lead you through some fun and festive dance moves. There will even be a costume competition starting at 8:30 a.m. for the best dressed dancer. Children ages 8 and older are welcome to participate in this free Active Auburn event with parent supervision. For more information about Mardi Gras Zumba, visit news.auburnalabama.org.
Well, howdy partner. Fancy seeing you around these parts. Meet our new pet of the week, 2 Chainz. This handsome fella sure is ready to meet you as soon as possible. He's a huge cuddle bug who loves his afternoon naps and being by your side as much as possible. He loves hanging out with his doggy friends and doesn't mind meeting new friends whenever possible. 2 Chainz is 5 years old, neutered, vaccinated, and microchipped. He's also been heartworm treated. Apply online for him today. We're out of time, but for more Auburn news, head over to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, and check out our social media pages. I'm Mary Lauren Burdishaw.
And I'm Jack West. Thank you for watching, and War Eagle.